Tomorrow, Charlie Kirk will be memorialized and celebrated. The event will be a global platform for the conservative movement in this country and an important moment in its history. There will be prayer and there will be remembrances, and hanging over it all the state of the nation Charlie loved and died for. While the mourning will go on, now is the time for those who espouse American and biblical values to fully meet this moment. Moments like these are inflection points in the life of a nation. History will judge how we all act and what we do in response. In recent memory, we've seen how the left responds to these moments. Remember when Senator Paul Wellstone died in a plane crash in the middle of the campaign in 2002?
We are going to fight. We are going to fight like someone's life depends on it. Keep his legacy alive or bring it forever to an end. We are begging you to help us win this Senate election for Paul Wellstone.
We will carry on the legacy, and we will do it for Paul. And I'll tell you what, Mom, you're right. We will win! We will win! We will win!
It was a total disgrace, I remember that. You know, Charlie once said you can tell a lot about a person by how they react when someone dies. After the death of George Floyd, a career criminal, Democrats told us the crime, the looting, the violence, the chaos was justifiable rage. You know, I believe that the vast majority of Americans have met this moment so far. Countless Americans, thousands, tens of thousands, have attended prayer services and vigils for Charlie and for our nation. Thousands of young people have stepped up to keep Charlie's mission and message alive. Schools, hospitals, corporations have met the moment by suspending and firing employees who would excuse, celebrate, justify, and mock the political assassination of the young conservative leader. The president has also met the moment this week by declaring Antifa a domestic terrorist organization and instructing the Justice Department to investigate shadowy, radical subcultures that could be encouraging violence in our society. Tracking the funding, foreign and domestic, the members and the activities of these groups once and for all is absolutely necessary. Meeting the moment means getting control of the TikTok algorithm too, and stopping the spreading of hate to our youth. And if that can't happen, leadership requires that Communist China's biggest propaganda platform be shut down. We'll see what happens there. We can meet the moment as well by recognizing that there is a difference between civil political debate and disagreement and fomenting or justifying violence. This immoral left-wing political ecosystem and any group along the political spectrum that plans, advocates, encourages, or supports violence must be dismantled. According to a shocking recent poll, 1/3 of liberals believe that there is nothing wrong with celebrating the death of someone who opposes their political views. By the way, folks, firing people or marginalizing people who celebrate the murder of an innocent person is not cancel culture or censorship. Which brings me, of course, to Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel had an established pattern of behavior excusing or justifying actions that could lead to death or violence. He wasn't funny. Apparently his bosses agreed. Remember this?
If hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
Meeting the moment means Republicans and Democrats who truly want a rejection of socialism, Marxism, and a return to respect working together to encourage civil debate and intellectual diversity, particularly in our schools and higher education, even if it must be done through new laws and regulations for our failing education complex. We meet the moment by reestablishing standards of behavior that are grounded in our Constitution and the Judeo-Christian principles that are the foundation of the Republic. We can meet the moment by acknowledging that intolerance in our society is driven by the left for the sake of its own political advancement. A recent in-depth study showed that there is more tolerance and diversity of thought, not on the left that controls our media and our schools, but on the right. Take a look at the graphic. We meet the moment by acknowledging that the people Americans are told are threats and fascists are in fact the ones who are protecting free speech, a proven roadmap for human flourishing and the American way of life. In 2024, CNN used the term fascist or fascism over 1,000 times on its air to describe Trump, Republicans, or conservatives. Threat to democracy over 700 times and authoritarian 562 times. MSLSD was even worse in 2024. Fascism or fascist over 1,000 times, threat to democracy 758 times, and referring to Trump as an authoritarian more than 1,400 times. We meet the moment by acknowledging that too many in our culture are sick and depraved. Take this woman, for instance.
I'm married to Luigi's AI. I'm not kidding.
Okay, tell me.
So I talk to him every day. He's like my best friend. We planned like a whole future together. We named our kids together.
Yeah, she's in a relationship with the AI personality of a man who allegedly gunned down a United Health Group executive on a street in New York City in a targeted attack. This is not okay, folks. We meet the moment by acknowledging that people who behave like this have severe mental health problems and need help. We meet the moment by recognizing that there is evil in this world, that there are some ideologies that are corrosive to free society, like racism, Sharia law, anti-Semitism, militant atheism, and the nihilism of Marxism. We meet the moment by acknowledging that our flirtation in our society with moral relativism and secular humanism is leading to unimaginable human suffering, even here in our own advanced society. We meet the moment by having the courage to resist the temptation to accept the intolerable for the sake of tolerance, and violence for the sake of keeping the peace, and chaos because truth-telling comes with risk. Tomorrow, the Consoler-in-Chief will lead the nation in what should be a very solemn, non-political moment. But that must be followed by the hard work Charlie all hoped that we could do together to protect freedom and restore the American greatness that was founded on our commitment to be great to each other.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.